So God is playing as you and as me and as everything else, and it's coded into your DNA, into your destiny at some point. May not be this life, for some it might be. Actually, what are we talking about? You can never get to 100% awakening. It all keeps going. So when I say it might can happen this life, what am I really saying? I'm saying that you'll get to a point where you're good. That's what I'm trying to say. And then you just keep getting better and better and better and better. But this is rules of the game. There's nobody exempt from this. It's just is not. The source, you can say, has a very strong gravitational pull, and it's pulling everything back into itself. That's just what it does. But this is like a Dungeons and Dragons game, you know? We gotta go here and here and here, and then maybe finally, okay, there's a source. And another person go back here and there, and then he gets the source. It's like that. But you can't miss. You can't miss. It's just, you can't. This is beyond positive, affirmation and, oh, you're such a great person. This is just what it is. It's not opinion. It's not anything. Now, the problem is when you're having a rough go, and then especially those who say, yeah, it's been like this for years. Yeah, I know all about that. Because then the mind will start to doubt. And then you watch the YouTubers doing their laughing yoga, and well, they got it. You don't know. See, you can be higher than they are. They're going to be where you are, maybe, at some point. When all the kind of superficialness kind of wears off and everything they're suppressing kind of comes up for them to actually see, then they might be where you are. This is the thing. This is the magic of this show. We don't know like what the hell's going on purposely, because it didn't mess the show up. It's not like a theater play, like you have your lines, you know what's going to happen. No, this isn't like that. We have the lines, but we don't know what's going to happen. So, does something inside you know this? Does something inside you believe this deeply? On any level? Just a little bit. If you don't, then I can't really, we can't do anything. Life is going to help you realize that at some point. And then once that thing kind of wakes up, then maybe we can do something. But as long as there's something in you that knows this, I'm saying pay attention to it. Hold on to that. That's like your lifeline. This is what's going to make things more bearable. I'm trying to see if I'm lost, so 'cause I really don't feel like getting lost right now. It's like too hot. And I've already made a few videos, and so, but I think I'm going the right way. Let's see. I don't want to get sidetracked. You're already sidetracked. Oh, okay. So, at the same time, it's natural, this self-preservation instinct, it wants to get out of the pain, and it wants to accelerate the spiritual evolution. Yeah, that's part of the game too. You don't have any choice. You can't just say yeah, I know I'll be enlightened someday because it's coded in existence, and so I'm just gonna go screw around. You can't. The evolution, law of evolution, is running at the same time. So you start to, here's the thing, the more awake you get, the more you suffer when you do things that isn't conscious. Maybe back in the day you could do things and it just didn't matter. You could hurt people and go to sleep and sleep real good. Now you can't do that. You have to make amends, and you have to do introspection. It's why did I do that? I knew that wasn't the right thing to do. You see, evolution, you can't stop it. Well, it's the same thing. Whatever you're going through right now, at some point, you're going to see the blessing of it. You can't see it now because you're not supposed to see it now because that's part of the show. So you hang on to this fact that I'm sharing, and that's inside you. I know everything's going to be okay. This is somehow compost for my awakening. It just has to be. It just has to be. So at the same time, though, you listen to the dictates of inner wisdom inside you. Let it guide you how to buffer this grind that you might be going through. This is why I made that channel Transcending Shadows. I think there's a video called The 8 Principles of Raising Your Frequency. Diet, nature, exercise, introspection, preserving your sexual energy. I like that one. Spiritual practice. Get rid of addictions and attachments. Stop the dopamine stimulation. The dopamine stimulation, stress, it stimulates the hell out of your nervous system. So then it gives you a short reprieve from intruders, you see. You want to pass? Because you can pass. Yeah, I'll go this way. All right, good. It'll give you a short reprieve from your soup of darkness that you're in. But then afterwards, it's like the darkness increased. Because you got the karma from doing these habits that they lower your vibration more. So you already have a low vibration, then you're doing habits that lower the vibration more. So now you're just in this, it's what do you call it? Just a downward spiral into more dark soup. That's cool, because you're gonna come out of it. The further you go down, the further you can go up. All right, so yeah, if you're really suffering, just remember, you can really be enjoying peace too at some point. It's the same thing, just opposite sides of the spectrum. But you gotta go through the grind and the show to get to that other side. So you do these positive things that will help give you your body's balance, mental body, emotional body, physical body. That raises your frequency, and then you can kind of perceive these situations you're in from a higher vantage point, because you have the law of frequency helping you do that. Be in groups, or a certain company of higher vibrations. It doesn't matter what it is. I was telling the guy I was doing a session with, he's young, in his 20s. I said, look, when I was like that, I would be running. I was in LA, and my friend that lived next to me, every time he's coming home from work, he sees me running down the road. He says, you going to another class? I said, yeah, man. I was hitting him. I was going to Unity Church and Vedanta Church and Course in Miracles and SRF groups, and just constant trying to get that frequency up. I just intuitively knew, what else am I going to do? Watch porn and, whatever. I was going to 12-step meetings just every day, going to something, Science of Mind Church. It just, you see though how I didn't want to go to the overly dogmatic churches or religion. It's that didn't have any high frequency for me. I needed to go where they're more open. So hence those are the places I was going to. So I needed to be around some higher frequency. I intuitively knew that, because I was going through a hell of a time, man, a hell of a time. And that helped buffer this hell of a time, basically. So I knew though it was temporary. I knew it was. I just knew, you can't, it feels, the mind, what's the saying? I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. I'm I know, I can't see it. But I knew there was light at the end of the tunnel. I just knew I had to keep going to get there. And to stop looking at my watch. Why is it taking so long? I want to say this. And I say this many conversations I have, many sessions. There's two things, right? There's the aspect where it's natural. We want to find something to take us out of the pain. We want to find the technique or the guru or the right ashram or the right temple or shrine or spiritual teacher, etc. Right diet. There's so many things. The world's coming out with new promising things every day. None of them work though. Not really. So you have that aspect. You're trying. You want to come out of it, right? Yeah, of course, it's natural. I know. I'm honoring that. That's one thing. The other thing is acceptance and surrender to this moment. It sounds too cliche. Accept the cards that you've been dealt. Accept the play, this segment of the play that you're in right now. That's more important, actually. That's more important than obsessively running around trying to find the right thing to get you out of this pain. You might just have to stay in the pain for a while. That's it. Okay, so you have to work on that, because that paradoxically speeds the whole process up. That's the thing. That speeds it up more than looking like I can't stop looking. Be open. I'm not saying like call the search off. Non-duals. There's no seeker. There's no seeking. Some people are like, I watched some non-dual videos and they're okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying like, of course. But I've been doing this a while, and I've met too many people, and also I've seen a lot of videos. Just a few seconds is enough. And there's a lot of just, as some of you know, they just try to just take their whole self out of the whole play, period. So I'm making and pretend like nothing exists, and so when I make fun of the non-duals, I'm making fun of that. I'm not making fun of like the Ribu Gita or Avadu Gita or Ashtavakra Gita. No, those beings, yeah, they're speaking it. A lot of other ones are just parroting what they're saying. So I'm making fun of them. So those are the two aspects. Most important, though, I have to say, is the surrender and acceptance of the cards you've been dealt. Yeah, this is what I was getting to. In that surrender, intuition's going to start operating and telling you, maybe try this. Maybe go here. Maybe, you see? It's different than the self-obsessed mind that's looking. Let me look on Google. Let me check this. This is the distinction I'm trying to make. So I hope you guys got that. I'll see you.